Hi there. I haven't always been a photographer. For 30 years before that, I was a software architect, running my own engineering company which served automotive and aerospace companies worldwide. We wrote our product in C++, which is a low-level, high-performance programming language. Crucially, the language definition doesn't include a graphical capability, unless you count textual output to a console. For visuals, we relied on a product called Qt, which is spelled big Q, small t. This isn't a computer science lecture though, so let's just say that whilst C++ did all the grunt work in the background, Qt provided a visual layer that allowed the user to communicate with the C++ layer. This is what's traditionally been known as the man-machine interface, but I'm pretty sure we've acknowledged that women exist these days, so let's call it the human-machine interface. In fact, we can go one better and call the whole thing, all the software, all the hardware and all that firmware, as contributing to the overall user experience. What goes on in desktop applications has an exact correspondence in the relationship between the photographer and the camera, and it's the nature of that user experience that leaves us all moaning about physical controls, menu systems, body design, ease of use and so on. We all know it, even if we never said it out loud. It's no use having a great user experience if your back end is useless. No self-respecting oil sheik is going to buy a V12 twin-turbo engine that's strapped into the Beverly Hillbillies truck. Conversely, the latest Ferrari won't be flying off the shelves if you have to stop after half a mile to wind that giant rubber band. And the Aston Martin with no steering wheel? Even if the garage gives you a spanner to steer with, it's probably not a recommended purchase. But we're not here to moan about automobiles. We're here to scream about cameras until our tonsils are the size of mandarins and the veins on our foreheads stand out like Arrakis sandworms. We hate cameras. Well, I do, but not all at once, and not all for the same reason. At this point, it might be an idea to remember one of the core principles of advertising. What's the difference between what something is and what something does? Answers on a postcard, please. In the meantime, I'd like to know why camera companies seem incapable of assembling a team that can design and build a decent camera. Maybe they're so focused on the electronics that they forget the user has to live with that crappy multi-level menu and actually handle the camera without accidentally touching one of the knobs or buttons or surfaces that are guaranteed to flip the camera into the wrong mode when you least expect it. Are they wrong to expect you to remember where all those interrelated menu options live and what they do? Why can't we buy 4 a penny cherry lips anymore? Maybe they've been building mechanical cameras for so long that a button cell and a light-sensitive resistor seems like advanced technology. They've spent so much time perfecting the look and feel of the precious box, there's no time left to think about making the autofocus work. Maybe they spent too much time improving the price list rather than ensuring electronics are assembled in a way that discourages random failures. Maybe they come up with a really good menu system, but then went and ruined it with a snail-like operation, a bizarre method of focus point steering, and an EVF that's good but well behind the competition. Maybe they also didn't notice that one of the advantages of a leaf shutter, namely its relative silence, is lost if the rest of the camera sounds like scrap metal being dropped. So what does this particular moaning mini want from a camera? I'll tell you what. He wants a superb user experience based on the tried and tested technology. Yes, tried and tested. In the factory. Not edge-of-the-seat new stuff, where the poor photographer is expected to act as the final phase of quality control. He wants a thing of beauty that's a joy to behold. A well-thought-out menu system with a maximum depth of 1. A means of control, either dials or screens or both, that's simple and therefore self-explanatory. He wants a world where cameras are easy to use, intuitive, and enjoyable for the user. Is that so much to ask?